This is the video demo for Sprint 2 for Team 9202. Our project name is Fives. In our project, we're creating an app for a card game called Fives. And in this sprint, we've focused on functional gameplay. So I'm going to quickly explain the game before starting our user stories. It's a two-player game, and each player has a set of 5 cards. And each turn, they can either draw from the original deck or discard deck. And then at the end of the turn, they can discard their card. The goal of the game is to reach a set of 5s that has a certain condition. So some of the optional conditions are that every card has a 5 in it, or that they are an ordered set of 5, so 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, so on. Now that you understand the game, I'm going to take you through some of our user stories. First, as a player, I want to pick a card from the original deck so I can make a set of 5. So clicking on the deck, I can draw and then decide if it helps me or does not help me make a set. And then as a player, I want to discard a card from my hand so I have a maximum of 5 card hand at the end of my turn. So I can discard any one that I want. And then the computer plays, and you can see the number change, but we don't have any animations. And that's because of our model view model setup of our app. So the logic of the computer always discards the leftmost card and always draws from the original deck. And this works, but there is no animations for it. Our next user story is, as a player, I want to pick up the topmost card from the discarded deck so I can get closer to making a set of 5. This works very similar to drawing from the original deck, so the player can just tap the recycle one and then choose which card they would like to discard. The rest of our user stories deal with the end of the game. As a player, I want to see the end results of the game so I can know whether I won or not. Instead of playing the entire game, we've implemented these nice win-loss buttons to just show what the end screens would look like. I'm going to click Win first, and it just shows flashing 5s 5 times, which fulfills this user story. As a player, I want to see 5s flashing 5 times so I can declare my win, and you can either play again or exit to the main screen. I'm playing again so I can show you the loss button, which is a very similar screen but does not flash, and then you can exit back to the main screen. Also during this sprint, we've decided to make some aesthetic changes based on client feedback as well as what our professors suggested. So one of those changes was the color scheme. We changed the banner to gold to better match the logo. We also, in the drop-down, changed where it said scores to stats, so it would make more sense. Also, in the actual screen, the game screen, we changed the back of the cards as well as some of the rendering of the cards and the deck. In future sprints, we plan to implement the computer logic so that it does more than just discarding its leftmost card and always picking from the original deck.